Yeah, hello, I'm Mickey Adams. I'm the Technical Director at Brookhouse College, and today I'm delighted to say that I'm joined by Ashley Foyle, who is now the Academy Manager here at Brookhouse College. Ashley, welcome. How's your first 20 days gone so far?
No, it's been great to be here. Real pleasure. I'm really looking forward to what we can do in terms of trying to provide the best platform for the players. So far, everybody's been really welcoming. Trying to get my head around things, but fortunately there's plenty of people here that know exactly how to operate and have got things running really well. So stepping into a role that will hopefully allow me to add a little bit of extra help to what is already a very good programme.
Yeah, good. That's nice to hear. I'm pleased that everybody's helping you along the way.
Yeah.
It can be very, very difficult trying to find out about who everybody is in the first 20 days, but you seem to have got your head around it.
Yeah, there's plenty of people to meet and everybody offers different expertise, and obviously there's the football department as well as the educational department, and it's important that we work closely together. So it's making sure that we get that done with some harmony that provides the players with the best possible education and football provision. Everybody seems to be really supportive so far and offered me loads and loads of help, so I'm sure the players feel exactly the same way about the staff here.
That's good to hear. Tell us a little bit about yourself, eh? You're a Yorkshireman, obviously. I can detect that in your voice, which is a plus as far as I'm concerned. But tell us about your early life and where you schooled and your early footballing life.
Yep. So yes, I'm a Sheffield lad. Lived there all my life. I started playing football at a young age and ended up getting picked up by Chesterfield. So I did a scholarship at Chesterfield for 3 years. Made an appearance and in and around the first team for a while before moving on to Accrington Stanley, where I signed for a year. In and out of the squads there, so I ended up going out on loan to non-league and played at various different non-league clubs around the area. As soon as I finished professional football, I went back to coach at Chesterfield part-time. So I worked with their academy age groups there for a number of years. While doing that is my first taste of education, so I went back to my secondary school to work there as a learning mentor. So I wasn't teaching, I wasn't in classrooms, but I was offering support to students that needed it, whether that would be from behavioural issues, learning difficulties, special needs, disabilities, a range of different sort of situations that cropped up. I'm coaching part-time at Chesterfield at the same time. Once EPPP kicked in, that's when full-time staff were more in demand for Football League clubs, which is when I made the step from coaching part-time to full-time, and sort of been in full-time football ever since.
And in terms of full-time football, tell us about your how old were you when you took your coaching badges? You're obviously a student of the game, and you want to pass that knowledge on to the students here at Brookhouse College. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey?
Yeah, so I did my A licence, I think, when I was 22 or 23 years old, which was obviously quite a young age to have done my A licence, but really supported by Chesterfield Football Club. They helped me get through that, and on that course met some incredible people. Since then, I've gone on to coach at Sheffield United and also took a role as head of recruitment at Sheffield United before moving on to Lincoln City, where I did the under-18s there for 4 or 5 years. So education-wise, I've done just about every badge that you can do, both from a coaching point of view, but also via the recruitment role, did a few talent ID courses as well along the way. So the courses are brilliant. They teach you a lot about football, the industry, how to coach, what to coach, but also about young people and how to deal with certain situations that you might find yourself in, as well as connecting you with lots of people at different clubs across the country. So yeah, they've been really valuable to me.
And in terms of your coaching, what obviously mentors, I mean, one of my great mentors was Dave Bassett, the ex-Sheffield United manager. Is there any mentor that you particularly look up to?
Yeah, I was really lucky. I mean, my first youth team coach as a player, Dave Bentley, was still the youth team coach at Chesterfield when I went back to coach there. So he was probably the first person that influenced me in terms of my coaching career. I just found him to be an incredibly warm person that did everything he could do for the players that he was working with. Then moving on to Sheffield United, I was really fortunate that at that point in time had some incredible staff. So we had Nick Cox as academy manager, who's now at Manchester United, along with Travis Binion, who was the 18s coach at the same time. We had Adam Pilling as head of coaching, who's now the 18s assistant coach at Arsenal. So lots and lots of good people that were obviously clearly experts in their field and have gone on to some huge football clubs. And I think that period of time has probably been the time that influenced me the most in terms of what I want to try and help the players and the staff that I work with.
It's interesting you talk about Dave Bentley. He was one of my, he was assistant manager at Leeds United when I played there. So he was assistant manager to Billy Bremner. So he had a good mentor as well.
Yeah. It's strange how things stick with you, but there were certain things that he used to say during a training session that I find myself saying now, and it's one of them things that he's obviously rubbed off on me without me even knowing. So.
And obviously I wouldn't say we poached you from Lincoln City, but you had a good job at Lincoln City as the under-18s coach.
Yeah.
I guess it was a bit of a wrench to leave them.
Yeah, difficult because I was doing a job that I thoroughly loved with a really good group of players, so it was always going to have to be an exciting challenge that convinced me that my future lied away from that, and this is certainly what this is, as well as being responsible for coaching, which I will be today. I'm also responsible for the staff and for coach education, which is something that I'm wanting to delve into a little bit more, to share the things that I've learned across the football clubs, but then also understanding the sort of background stuff that goes on in terms of helping the lads develop as young footballers, whether that be operational stuff, whether that be player care, all them different sort of angles that we can help support the kids with. I wanted to sort of expose myself to a little bit more and continue to learn myself, because I'm certainly not finished in that regard.
Yeah, you've got big shoes to fill in terms of Isfan, who did a magnificent job here at the college. How do you want to take it forward? What's your hopes and ambitions taking the academy forward?
Well, yeah, certainly credit to Isfan and all the work that he's put in there. It really says something about the job that he did, when you can come in pretty seamlessly and everything seems to be running really well, so it's not necessarily relying on me to continue with what's already a really good programme. So everybody clearly knows their roles and what they're doing, and the kids are getting a really good experience. I suppose my job is to try and observe that best I can for the first couple of weeks, which is what I've tried to do so far, and then to see where the small gains might be and what I might be able to bring from 15 years or so worth of professional academy football, so that we can provide these players with as close to that type of environment as possible, and ensure that they're getting stretched and challenged and reach their ceiling in terms of how they develop as young footballers.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's important as well, Ashley. You know, I mean, we've got great history of producing players for professional academies. Players have gone into the pro ranks. Let's hope that continues with you at the Elm.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know that first hand. We took Zane from here as an under
Zane Okoro.
15, Zane Okoro, yeah.
How's he doing at Lincoln?
Doing really well. He started his scholarship this year. It took him a little bit of time to get up to speed and get used to the demands of everyday football at a professional club, but he's certainly got the ability and potential to have a career in the game, so fingers crossed. He avoids injury and avoids all them little pitfalls that come with full-time football, and he can go and make a real name for himself. But as well as him, I know there's been multiple others that have been in and out of clubs, and Brookhouse has a really strong reputation and is held in high regard across professional clubs. So it's about enhancing that reputation, finding the right pathways for the right players, both here and overseas, I suppose.
Well, from my perspective, I'm delighted that you're here. Well, and hope everything goes well for you in the coming months and years, and that we continue to grow and produce professional footballers for the professional ranks. Thanks, Ashley.
Thank you.